Alright, today, I'm giving my speech on Lil Wayne. I'm dead serious, I really am. Not only have I've downloaded every single Lil Wayne song that's ever been invented, but my friend's dad is also a music producer for Lil Wayne, so I do have at least some credibility toward being an expert on Lil Wayne. I'll talk to you about three main things that make up Lil Wayne, and try to give you really the true essence of really what Lil Wayne or Weezy F Baby is. And in order to do that, I thought I'd start off with a little, since he's a rapper, I thought I might start off with a little song, and within the song, if you listen to the words, it includes all three things I'm going to talk about. So. I sent my baby home, fucking with some niggas that pay below. Sorry about that.
Feed me rappers and feed me beats. I'm a 10, I need a leash. I'm insane, I need a shrink. I'm a brain, I need a leech. Why complain on easy streets? I don't even talk and let the Visa speak. And I like my Sprite Easter pink.
Okay. Awkward. But yeah, there were three things in that song that really kind of make up Lil Wayne's life and were either a huge influence or do influence his life. So the first one, even though I put it a little further up in the song than I wanted it to be, the little part with Birdman, which is another rapper who's kind of an older guy, who he said something like, not my son on the throne. So that's kind of saying that like Lil Wayne is his son. So just to let's go back on a journey. Lil Wayne's about 11 years old, and like a lot of kids in this area, he's not into school, getting into some drugs and things at 11. So Birdman, being the great guy he is, was younger then, but took Lil Wayne in when he was 11. Lil Wayne actually started rapping when he was 11, and was signed by Cash Money Records when he was 13. So like that was just a huge influence on his life, and that someone would actually, like, not his family, but at least someone would take him in, show him the ropes, get him started. Another part in the song, I like my Sprite Easter pink, is there are words for over-the-counter drug, many of you might know, is Robitussin, and this is actually a really huge part in his life, in that he's taken Robitussin or Robo-tripped so many times that he has given himself a chronic cough and cold condition, which basically makes him sick like 24/7 unless he's actually like drinking Robitussin. And the reason he uses like this Sprite picture is because you pour the whole bottle into the Sprite, so that way it doesn't taste just like cough syrup anymore, and he can like sip on it all day. That way he can like act normally and not just like cough and hack all day, because he's literally given himself a cough. He loves to party so much that he is now screwed up for life. And that's kind of like where the name, you ever heard him called Little Weezy, came before, is because he wheezes, or like, like he coughs all the time, he has such a raspy voice, so that's kind of where that came from. And also I guess you can draw this from the song, not that, I don't know, I think a lot of people do this about rap, is that when you listen to the words, there's at least like a rhyme scheme, sort of like a poet would have. I'm not saying he's a poet. All I'm saying is that the words are thought out. I mean, he doesn't actually write his song, which is a little known fact as well. He may just throw them off the top of his head, is what I've been told from my friend's dad. So he really doesn't ever think about what he's going to say. He just goes in there and just goes off the top of his head, but there's at least like a thought process on like what's going to sound good. So that's like a huge thing in his life as well. It's just thinking about cool, like not even cool, just like words that come out, and he's kind of expressing himself in that. It's kind of hard to express yourself when you haven't had someone to really talk to you throughout your life, and that his parents weren't really there. He's really just had like rap's been his life, so that's how he's going to express himself. I have another little clip from the song, and hopefully the time works out on this one.
That's right. Concrete, come on. Yeah, yeah. Walk with me, bitch. Lil Wayne, I'm a shining in rain. Now nothing gets clear without me signing my name. I'm just headlining the game. Won't quit until I'm A-riding the game. They riding the bench. They not in the game. I misplaced the key to the lock and chain. My spot remain like a bee stain. A cranberry. It's murder she wrote like Angela Lansbury.
Okay, so if you're listening to the words, and I have them up there in case you're not listening very well, he literally rhymed cranberry with murder she wrote like Angela Lansbury. Wow. So I just wanted to put it out there that it's not just all about like going out and partying and just getting girls or like whatever. I mean, I know there's a lot of songs, Lil Wayne does it, everyone does it, like, but I'm just saying he's not like Lil Jon. It just says the same thing over and over and over. Okay, and to recap, I've talked to you about the three main influences on Lil Wayne's life. Birdman, his father figure, over-the-counter drugs, which has literally screwed him up for life, and rapping in general, which has been in his life since he was 11 years old. And the reason I told you about these three things is because I want you to maybe, instead of just listening to some of those radio songs, like, you know, you would hear like just about maybe like his latest like Lollipop, like that's a song you would hear on the radio because it's like popular with the words and like what would happen in like a sweet club and like going out at night. But maybe just take a minute to find some songs that are clever. I like this one. Thank you.